There are people who help us understand the importance of supply chain sustainability. Our inspiring people today is Manish Kumar. He has 22 years of professional experience in supply chain and operation. Welcome, Manish. My first question is about the meaning of supply chain sustainability. What is exactly and how has the sustainability landscape changed since your professional experience?
There are many definitions of supply chain. However, the most simplest and the easiest way in which it can be defined is by 3P, that is planet, people, and profit. So obviously, every business has to be profitable. However, it should also be bothered about planet and people. Here, planet means it should be bothered about soil pollution, air pollution, and water pollution. Similarly, people means people of entire supply chain that
Yes.
starts with, yes, that starts with the suppliers, consumers, basically employees who are working in an organization, and the local community on which the impact will be the maximum. In past, I will say around 30 years back, the issue of supply chain and sustainability was not being discussed much.
Hmm.
Even it was being discussed, it was fragmented and diffused. Here, fragmented, I mean the social sustainability and environmental sustainability, they were treated separately. Second thing, it was not also being considered along the entire supply chain. However, things have changed now.
Hmm.
Children from primary school to politicians to NGO, everyone is discussing about sustainability.
Yeah.
And yeah, and nowadays it has been included together, social sustainability and environmental sustainability. Even customers want to know the origin of the product and how it will be disposed. You would have also read many reports that people are willing to pay slightly higher price for the sustainable products. Thus, this is a right opportunity for everyone to move towards sustainability.
Yeah, yeah. We hear all the time companies are tackling the pressing supply chain issues, for example, like worker voices, living wages, deforestation. How can we push the conversation forward, Manish, on these supply chain issues of sustainability?
For pushing the agenda of supply chain sustainability, I will advise inside to outside approach to be
Yeah.
taken by an organization. For instance, there's a ISO 20400 which talks about 33 social sustainability issues and 4 environmental sustainability issues. Thus, there are total 37 in number sustainability issues. The first thing any organization that needs to do is to map its entire supply chain from the sustainability aspects. Once mapping has been done, then risk mitigation measures has to be taken, but it has to be taken in collaboration with everyone, that is supplier, distributor, because everyone's agenda is different and everyone's concept of sustainability is also different. Recently, I had undertaken a project for an organization where I did the entire supply chain mapping from the sustainability perspective. Thereafter, I also advised them what all questions to be included in the tender, what all things to be monitored when a project takes place. Thus, this helped everyone, that is inside stakeholder and the outside stakeholder, to understand the sustainability issues and how it can be mitigated. So therefore, the right approach would be inside to outside approach.
Yeah, it's very interesting, Manish, because I think the cost is the primary impediment to sustainable supply chains, with smaller companies finding particularly difficult to afford the upfront cost as making a supply chain more sustainable. How can supply chain be sustainable for small and medium-sized enterprises?
You are absolutely right when you're saying the upfront of the sustainability appears to be very high nowadays. But however, the small, micro, medium enterprises, all of them, they can also achieve and move towards sustainability by using the drivers of supply chain. There are 6 primary drivers of supply chain. For instance, starting from the sourcing. Nowadays, all across the world, you're seeing there's a vocal for local. After
Yeah.
pandemic, people want to go more and more, buy in more and more local products. So therefore small companies can also go for the products which are made locally and they can highlight it. Similarly, transportation. There are many reports which says that the trucks and all the goods which are being moved, all the trucks are not loaded to the full level. So therefore, it has an environmental penalty plus financial penalty. Therefore, all small companies, they can collaborate with each other and utilize each other vehicle for movement of goods. Apart from that, they can also utilize the greener vehicles which are there for the last mile delivery. As far as the manufacturing and storage is concerned, all of them can utilize renewable energy. They can use solar energy, wind energy, which is there. Similarly, one of the biggest issue which all of them are facing is IT. However, because IT has got a huge cost implication, but again, they don't need to change everything in one go. They can start with the small changes and go ahead with the incremental changes. Once they see the benefit, they will obviously start going more and more. They can also collaborate with big IT companies and straight away offload their all IT requirements on a profit sharing basis. If the profit increases, certain percentage will go to the IT company. So in this way, the inventory level will also reduce because there will be visibility along the supply chain. Thus, by collaboration among themselves and with other IT companies also, they can reduce the upfront cost of the sustainable supply chain.
Yeah, we understand with you today that making supply chain decarbonization happen is not easy, Manish. Many organizations are struggling with their scope 3 decarbonization efforts. And as delivery timelines are longer and targets are generally vaguer, program leaders tend to get away with underperforming efforts. So how can we concretely decarbonize the supply chain?
All the companies are able to achieve their scope 1 and scope 2 emissions very easily. But as you said, the scope 3 emissions are extremely difficult to achieve as it involves many stakeholders along the entire supply chain. So therefore, companies can still, however, move ahead with the decarbonization efforts. For instance, there's a by 2050, all companies, all organizations have to achieve or become carbon neutral. Now, it may look the goal is too far, but actually the goal is not too far. Second thing, even if it is far, it is a boon in disguise because capability and capacity of each and every organization, company, countries are different. So therefore, according to their resources which they can marshal, they can achieve the goal. Second thing, the goal is also not very vague. If you ask me, the goal is very clear by 2050, the deadline has been given. Second thing, it is also says carbon neutral. Now it is left upon them how do they become carbon neutral. Some company can use different technology. For instance, the POSCO Steel company in South Korea is
Yeah.
using innovative solution like Hyrex, making steel lighter, and many other ways in which they will become carbon neutral. Similarly, if you look at the Costa Coffee, they have decided to be carbon neutral by 2040. Even by 2040, if they are not able to become fully carbon neutral, they will use the CCS technology to remove the carbon. Similarly, the third one is Amazon. If you see,
Yeah.
Amazon had said by but 2025 it will power all its operation from renewable energy. Similarly, by 2030 it says that it will the 50% of the operations of Amazon will become carbon neutral, and by 2040 this will become fully carbon neutral company. So this is a right opportunity, I will say. The goal is clear, though it is far, but it is giving adequate opportunity to everyone to marshal their resources and become carbon neutral.
These are really powerful, this example. And at this time of conversation, Manish, as you probably know, this project, I would like to know something very personal about our guest that can inspire new generation, perhaps. What advice would you give to a student wanting to follow your career path?
I will give three advice to the student. First advice is dream. If you will not dream, how will your dream come true? Second thing, execute your dream into action and start working on it. Third time, Advice would be there are opportunities when there will be setback. The person will get tired, exhausted, but do not stop. Take a pause and with full energy and full vigor, start working on it again.
Could you suggest us a must-read book?
The one of the best book which I have liked and which continuously motivates me is the book written by Ernest Hemingway, Old Man and the Sea.
Wow.
One of one of the main characters, Santiago, was not able to catch fish for 84 days. He did not lose heart. He went again on 85th day to catch the fish. And when he caught the fish, Merlin, he fought day and night fighting against the sharks which were trying to eat his catch. Thereafter, when he came back in the harbor, everyone welcomed him. People came to meet him. So, therefore, this is one of the must book which inspires a person not to give up at in any circumstances. The famous line of the book is, "The man can be destroyed but defeated," inspires me maximum.
Yeah, really, really inspired. Is there a person in your life who actually has inspired you or continues to inspire you, Manish?
The current Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, is my source of inspiration. In spite of all these adversities in last 10 years, he is navigating India towards sustainable solution. He is quite passionate and vocal about sustainability and climate crisis. In fact, under his leadership, India has been able to achieve one of the important milestones. That is, by 2030, India was supposed to utilize 40% of energy requirement through renewable sources, which it has been able to achieve by 2021 only. That is 9 years ahead of schedule. He is my constant source of inspiration.
My last question for you today. Would you tell me your personal wish for the future?
Presently, I can see there's a lot of movement. I will say a mass movement towards sustainability. Government, NGO, country, children, schools, colleges, everyone is discussing about sustainability and 2050. My personal wish to see the world becoming carbon neutral by 2050.
Thank you so much, Manish, for your participation, and thank you so much, and good luck for everything you would like to achieve in your career and your journey. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks for giving me opportunity.